Boundaries. How do we set boundaries? How do we even know what boundaries are? Particularly if you've been through something where you've never been taught how to set boundaries, you've been people pleasing all the time, you've had something happen to you and you've lost sight of your own value and who you are. Setting boundaries is really difficult, but it's an important part of life and part of healing. I know that's been what's happening for me, and it's such a relief when you can do that. Let me tell you that. I'm Chantal, psychotherapist and Reiki master here at Unfold Your Freedom. And I've been doing a series of videos through how to support you through mental health and trauma if you in your personal life and in your business. So it's so important we start talking about these things, looking at that we can have a life, that we can set boundaries, that we don't have to be perfect, we don't have to be there for everyone. Because what happens is when you set your boundaries, you preserve energy. You get excited about things, you take time out, you manage your energy, which means you're being kind and gentle to yourself. But so often we've been taught that is selfish. We feel guilty doing that. We get triggered because we want to people please. We want to be there for others. We don't want to be rejected. We want to be part of a group, family, whatever that might be, which can then trigger shame because how dare you do something for yourself? How dare you set boundaries and say no? God, I've had that for so many years. And then when I lost sight of everything with complex PTSD, I actually had no discernment anymore. I could let anyone walk all over me. I did too much. I didn't know how to stop. I simply no longer valued myself. And I want you to hear this. You are of value. There is hope. You can do this. It is difficult saying no and yes to yourself. But boy, when you do step by step, you feel so much better. And what it does, it creates more free time for you to do things for yourself, times that you do things that you want to do, have fun, enjoy, hobbies, creativity. And this can be, as I said, in your personal life, but also in your business life. Because if you don't set boundaries, you're going to have people constantly calling you, whether it be clients, whether it be suppliers, whether it be family, whether it be friends, anyone in the community. You've got to learn how to put this into place. And it's personal, how you do that, okay? So remember, you're not defined by your work, your family, the role you have in life. You're not that definition. You are you and who you're meant to be, okay? So trust yourself. It's about learning to trust yourself, respect yourself, value yourself. So yes, I do have notes because there's always so much here. And this is for me not knowing how to set my own boundary. I've got to find out more and more and more. What do I need to share with you? You know, I don't know when to stop either and to say, this is enough. This is enough. I've got confidence here to be able to share what I need to know, okay? It creates a solid foundation in your life to live and operate from, to feel safe from, to do things that you love, to protect yourself, okay? Otherwise, you're going to end up anywhere and everywhere, okay? And there's this murkiness, there's no clarity, there's no sort of set boundaries, okay? And people know that. Oh, they know they can go and ask you for help. Oh, she'll do it or he'll do it. You're the one that everyone comes to. And initially that feels really good because you feel seen, you feel heard, you feel valued. But after a while it gets resentful because you don't know when to say no. You don't know how to say no. And people also don't want to hear you say no because they've got so used to you being there, all right? So of course it affects your health, your mental health, every part of your life, your equilibrium. I know for me, if I don't set my boundaries, I can feel quite disorientated now. And I can't focus, I can't concentrate. Also affects my moods and how I am around people and also in my business, okay? So it's really important that you do this. These boundaries, I'm going to read this because through trauma, these get blurred, they get erased, okay? And you feel so unsure about yourself. You feel insecure. As I said, you have no life at all. There's no lines. There's no lines and definition of who you are. This is why it takes time to heal. Why I do this talking, why I'll do a meditation on this, why I'll do tapping as well, because it's all part of ways of supporting yourself to get that definition back. Who am I? Okay? Why is it too difficult? Because often we care too much, okay? We want to please, we want to be loved. We want to get the accolades, we want to be validated. This is all normal. But when it becomes too needy, when it becomes that's the only way that you're going to live, that's when it's not good. That's when you need to set up your own boundaries to be able to validate yourself as well, okay? To be able to give yourself praise, to be able to be proud of who you are and to be able to care for yourself, all right? And also this way you stop reacting to things. You learn how to actually set boundaries. And I talked about this in the time management one as well. You learn how to go, actually, do I really want to do that or not? Is this best for me or not? Can I say no? Why can't I say no? Because these are all the questions that you do. And this is why I journal. is to support myself to look at, well, why am I not doing that? What is it about that person, that event, whether it be personal, as I keep saying, or business? Why is it that I can't set a boundary? What is my fear around this? Because it actually says more about you than the other person more often than not, all right? Is that you don't feel confident in who you are to be able to stand up. And as I said, it creates expectations. People put demands on you, you get annoyed, you get pissed off, in a nutshell, you feel pressured, then you feel resentful, okay? And then that affects all your relationships and how you are with people and how you are with yourself, okay? So what we're going to look at here, signs that you don't have boundaries. Okay, you try to do it all the time. You try to do it all the time, okay? So you can't delegate, say no. Because you take on too much. You're feeling constantly tired and resentful of your clients, work, family, friends, okay? You feel really put upon. You don't want to feel that because we're not being taught to feel like that, not to be put upon. Yes, I'll always be there. Yes, I'll do that. So then you do feel taken advantage of because you are. People are overstepping the boundary. So, saying things to like, let me think about that, or thank you very much for considering me, but not this time. Or look, can we make another time to do this? Or I'll phone you back tomorrow, okay? Or make your boundaries clear, particularly if you're in business. If you can contact me between these hours, all right? We're not there to save people. Because that often gives us a sense of self, particularly when we're struggling ourselves. We're not there to save everyone. We don't need to be there and responsible for everyone. What about saving yourself, being responsible for yourself? This also keeps you in constant drama, constant hype, okay? Keeps you on that high alert the whole time. Then you don't know how to slow down. You don't know how to pause. You don't know how to be anything else because suddenly it feels like, oh, what's happening now? I need that in my life to keep you going. You don't sleep well. Okay, you don't sleep well, you don't eat well. This, of course, affects your body, mind, and soul. And you, as I said, you work all hours, then you become needy and you become codependent. All right, so you feel stressed, uptight, on edge. Said all that. So, how are you going to set your boundaries? Well, have clear expectations. So, not only for yourself, but for those around you, as I mentioned before. Okay, you pause, breathe to make a rational decision, not a knee-jerk one. Okay. So it becomes instead of reaction, a response. Set a work schedule. This is what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, and stick with that. Yes, you can, when you've got your boundaries, you can bend that a little bit, but make sure you have set that there, okay? Keep grounded, know yourself. So put things into place that keep you grounded. Could be exercise, walking, meditation, working with the root chakra, whatever it might be for you. Keep yourself grounded, because while we go up here and go into anxiety, guess what? We flip out. Clear, direct communication. Pause to unplug. This is the self-care we keep talking about, okay? Know your priorities. Know yourself. What works for you, what doesn't. Remember, it is not being selfish, okay? Say things that are not a priority. So when you start to get to know yourself and set boundaries, you actually realize that actually isn't a priority for you, okay? Maybe not for now, it may be never. So look at what is of value to you, what is a priority, what is important for you. That's where you're going to have to work through the not feeling selfish and guilty, okay? And don't keep showing up every time someone asks you for something. Don't keep jumping. Yes. God, I did that for so long because I didn't know to say, no, actually, no, I don't need to answer right now. I don't need to do that. Took me a while to do that. Boy, big relief when you can. Okay, turn off all notifications on mobiles and social media, particularly at night time. Don't have it next to your bed. That is setting your boundaries for yourself. Because otherwise you keep comparing yourself. It can actually feel negative. Oh, they're doing better than me, or, you get jealous. There's all sorts of things that can happen there, all right? Take time out to refocus, as I mentioned. Work to your style. So again, morning person, evening person. Do you want to do small chunks of work, larger chunks of work? Do you want music around you? No music. So all these things become important to set your own boundary and how you are going to be most effective in your day, in your career, in your business, okay? Let go of guilt and follow through. So if you do say no to someone, stick with that as best as you can, because otherwise you go back into the same loop, okay? So let me know if anything resonated with you, how you're going to put something into time management. I will be doing a meditation around this and a tapping, so you might like to subscribe, get the notifications, and let's enjoy seeing you create that definition and that clarity and enjoying life in a whole different way. Thank you for watching.